Good afternoon. I'm Marcos Nogueira. I'm assisting the municipality of Beja, which is one of the partners in our DIFASS project. And in somehow, with the permission from the Chamber of Commerce in Seville, is also one of the local partners because we are in a region that is nearby. So this is the meeting for this project. That's the meeting that is closest to our region. So in somehow, let me say that I brought a few photographs, but you are the most welcome to this part of Europe. Also from this welcome is also from Beja, as this is in part our meeting too. The idea I would like to share with you is the principle of having an integrated program where local policies, entrepreneurial initiatives, enterprise shouting processes, financing, training, innovation are within a same local policy. And the concern that made us to operate such an integrated program as BejaGlobal is the fact that we are in a economic low-density region. So I have brought a few facts and figures about our region. We are, so as I said, very close to Andalusia and in the south of Portugal, but Beja, the municipality participating on the project, has a small population, even if the income is not so low, but it remains to be a very rural region. But we have a very interesting set of factors that allow us to dream about a future where the economic added value for the region is growing very much, and we will see why. We have a combination that I would say that is a kind of unique combination in Europe of factors where we are mixing advanced or innovative solutions such as greener energy and water aspects of sustainable agriculture, for instance, with high technology solutions in a new airport that is open now, and some control for instance, in agriculture, control for the water use, and so and so. And in fact, when we compare Beja and our region to the other regions in Europe, there is some very interesting indicators. We are in the top 10 for the medium high-tech growth. And we are also one of the agriculture or the more agriculture-oriented area in Europe. So we are combining very clearly a rural and a very sustainable environment with a very innovative and a very high-profile approach for our industries. We are responsible for part of the energy, the most of part of the renewable energy produced in Portugal. And as you may know, Portugal has a very interesting share of renewable energies. We got in 2010 a top of 70% renewables in the electricity mix. And also we have some studies giving us a basis to dream, that is the fact that we are considering for the next 2 decades around 70% of growth. Significantly, this is the region with the highest potential growth in Portugal, and I think even in the peninsula is one of the more important. So it's also a very interesting region when it comes to discuss how to overcome the current crisis. There is some concentration of public investment in this region. Recently, the dam in the picture was concluded, giving birth to the largest artificial lake in Europe, and a very large irrigation area is downstream of this dam, and it allows us to share a kind of integrated view, not only in terms of the policies, but also in terms of the economic sectors. One of the public investments we got there was a new airport. That is a very industrially or aviation industry-oriented airport. It's not a kind of civil transportation airport. It's just an industry-oriented, service-oriented. So it's in the top of the technology chain. So we are integrating high added value possibilities with low or lower added value possibilities in agriculture, but making it be integrated. So I think this is the kind of secret we are trying to push in order to have our region growing. And in somehow it may be a bit an alternative to this new idea of specializing the regions towards one given strategy or focused on one given sector. Our point is to integrate all the capabilities to make it be stronger and more competitive. The mission of this BejaGlobal program is to attract investment, to attract new industrial, rural, or agricultural or service ventures, but to make it to be also, once again, integrated with local entrepreneurship and not looking for investment without looking to be also attracting people, attracting resources, and attracting innovation. One of our concerns in this BejaGlobal program is facilitating or improving the proximity of the local players to innovation and to the high-level European platforms, for instance, in terms of technology or solutions. Anyway, there is this very interesting context of having the public investment we had in the past for the dam, the airport, and some research facilities that is really an asset in terms of competitiveness to attract investment. So also we are, of course, looking to attract people, innovation, resources, but very directly to attract investment. And it comes to the point of this seminar. We have to see how the financial mechanisms we may deploy are also useful to serve or to support this integrated view. Of course, the airport is one of the special anchors for our development because it's a very interesting infrastructure for some works in aviation, because there is a very clean sky, no problems of traffic, very good infrastructure for in the platform for all the maneuvering and so on. So it's especially interesting for a specialized training, and there is quite a lot of demand for investors. And it's very interesting, and I think it's a kind of case study how we got this combination of attracting high technology sectors together with agriculture. But a very simple example may be given. Our agriculture is producing some very fresh products, and we need to have these fresh products in the markets, or the more powerful markets in Europe. For that we need airborne logistics. So both things work together. Beja is lucky enough to be close to Andalusia and to Seville, as I said. And we are also close to the recent, or the more recent investment in Europe about aeronautics and aviation construction, that is Embraer. The Embraer factories are in Évora. Évora is 70 kilometers north of Beja, so it's also part of this cluster and our ambition. Of course, going concretely to the program, there is some activities we have to develop in order to produce such results as I mentioned. So, as access to innovation, I mentioned that, but also economic efficiency. We need to have scale, and we need to scale up our offer and our enterprises. And as I said, that's a kind of small municipality in a low-density region. So we need to scale up to do that. We need to integrate and to have common industrial entrepreneurial projects, common industrial lots or industrial parks, easier access for clusters to merge and to produce combined offers, and so on. So and of course to work the local brands in order to improve competitiveness. And now that's a more theoretical part. I would like to keep it in the presentation just to allow you to go through after my talk. But I would like just to point out how we could organize, let's say, our program priorities in order to deliver this result of GDP acceleration. So we have done a study comparing our region with a number of other regions in Europe, notably in Spain, Poland, and other countries with similar contexts, in order to check which would be the indicators and the drivers or the enablers for such a program to succeed. And that's the theoretical part, but just as an example, I would like to show you a very interesting diagram. So here we have an axis for the GDP acceleration, not the GDP growth. We need to accelerate the growth. So this is GDP acceleration, the second derivative. Here we have an indicator for the availability, local availability of high technology services. And we compare that with some other regions with the same starting point. And finally, we could conclude that Alentejo is around this point, but to have this growth acceleration, we would need to move also this indicator this side, because no region in Europe could progress in growth acceleration without having a significant offer of high technology services. So we use this analysis to direct and to orientate our goals and our promotion efforts and the public investment in order to have results that are making this indicator be more on this side in order to allow us to accelerate the growth. And to do that, we were also investing in attracting creative clusters, considering that part of these creative clusters use high technology services, and knowing that this is the kind of an entrepreneurial environment or business environment needed to attract high technology manufacturing, for instance, in aeronautics. And actually is working because Embraer got there. So this is a kind of a strong analysis that we would be very keen on sharing with the other partners and to assess how this kind of methodology could be shared among the several case studies studied within this project. So finally, we have a web platform that is currently available and updated with some results of all these efforts, but it's also a point where you can see the events we are promoting and also the opportunities to keep sharing ideas and to improve these mutual learning activities we are so keen on. Our contacts, so I'm Marcos Nogueira, and Mr. João Margalha, who is here today, is the responsible at the municipality for managing local policies concerning attracting investment and special projects and the local economy development. So we are glad to have him today here, so it's an opportunity also to discuss these aspects during the afternoon. And Mr. Margalha brought a series of documentation with information about the several funding programs that this afternoon we can discuss on the concrete side, knowing the numbers, the performance, the costs, and also the impacts. So thank you for your attention.